Hello, tis as I, something like that. We're recapping what happened yesterday, the 7th, lucky number 7, Snake Eyes. Wow, but with 7s. Whoops. Whoops. We start with this one.
We believe that change happens.
Okay, so this one's like 2 hours ahead. Or had 2 hours more streaming. So, right off the bat, you get your usual Seattle stuff going strong. Louisville, I think it's raining. And you got, there's some weird stuff happens here. They yell at each other. I don't know. It's kind of a wash, it looked like, though.
Probably going to hear a lot about participatory budgeting, bringing it to the community for weeks, months, and what they want is to delay. So I'm here to ask you if you're all... But paradoxically, that means that it's even more impactful in a lot of ways.
City council is a piece of goddamn bullshit.
True.
That's how that happened.
And you said that you
I think it's the audio.
I was wondering if maybe
This guy showed up with a bat.
even if
what?
Find a way to talk to.
They just look at attack people.
I hear
That's
you,
not
and I validate.
Oh, that's in like the hammer pocket, but like this, like the fact that this guy has this setup is just what is happening.
And I'm trying to go to the bathroom.
And like I said, they hash it out. Nothing really intellectual comes about from either side, so it's kind of a wash, wasted opportunity. Just do a beer game out here.
Warrior that has been overseas in taking what failed, I refer to as failed diplomacy, and putting it to a physical fashion. I don't want to be the bully or the bad guy, but I'm 3% of the population that stand up for our citizens to have the right to live how they want to live and get along together. So, really?
Are you on our side then?
I don't think there's a side right now. I just want to see
I don't pick
equality.
sides.
Yeah, there's no
I don't
side right
pick
now.
sides. I'm a human being. We're all human beings here. Okay, whether I'm a Catholic, whether I'm a Protestant, whether I'm a Satanist, whether I'm
shout out.
what are the people
Shout out to the Satanists.
that don't believe in God?
Atheist.
I like this guy.
Come on, that's a big word. You should have known that.
Right?
What?
I'm human. I
Yes.
don't know everything.
Absolutely.
And so before I spout my mouth on something I don't know about, I want to hear one side of the argument, the other side of the argument. I want to take my own reasoning, put it in the mix, and then come up and try to find a solution. But to answer your question, though, persistence.
Okay.
Persistence. And
Ah, I was enjoying this.
Absolutely.
I'm not done. You guys.
Season, you say all year. Summer season, 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 all year.
Pikachu alert.
Season, all year. Summer season, all year. Summer season, all year.
Sooner or later, we'll get the audio.
Fight like a son of a
Absolutely.
But I learned
we'll
more
start
about
out with
respect.
Absolutely.
Respect. I'm not down here. You guys want
You mind if I-
Fine. I got all the respect in the world.
Outstanding.
But you
Okay,
know something,
cool.
respect's a two-way street.
It's just a cliche fest over here.
Oh,
You know
those are the
something?
sleeves.
My buddy Larry,
shit,
wherever
okay.
he's at,
Larry Walker.
Very nice.
He
he's
is
my
over.
best friend. He's my best friend.
I love
I've
him.
known him forever.
Absolutely.
But you know, as a veteran, I have served, and he can tell you he's a vet, combat vet. We have served with blacks, we've served with Hispanics, we've served with Orientals, we've served with
Straight, gay,
Muslims.
doesn't matter.
Straight,
We don't
gay,
care.
Yep,
We're in
absolutely.
the foxhole. We care
We
about
don't
each other.
care. If you choose to be gay, that's your life. Do it. And be proud of it if that's what you want to do. I choose not to be that way. But that's my decision. Everybody's got their decision.
Yes.
But you know something? Everybody's down here because I've been in a lot of cities. 26 years in the military. I've been in all kinds of countries. I've been in every state in the United States. I've been in LA, is where I grew up at. I've been in New York. I've been in Philadelphia. I've been all over.
Shout out.
And this crap is a lot worse there than it ever. Yeah, this Coos may have problems. Absolutely.
Thank you for it acknowledging it. Thank you.
With you. But Coos Bay's always had a tendency of working itself through it. If I ever caught somebody, Larry Walker's my best friend. If there was 3 or 4 white guys after him, I'd get out and beat the crap.
See, but a lot of them
That's the Joe Brown mentality. You love to hear it.
out here aren't doing that, and that's what we're asking.
But there is a lot. We
Yeah.
don't see it yet. We haven't. It hasn't been in front of us. You have to understand with us rednecks. I call myself a redneck.
That's okay. That's how you
But
identify.
it's okay. We are what we are, right? But I own a home in Thousand Oaks, and I own a home here, or I own a home in.
How many?
Oh, so
Tri-Cities.
you got money.
How many oaks?
I own a home. Yes, I do. I own a home in Tri-Cities. Okay, and I lease them out. Really funny. I don't care if it's Black Movement or Antifa. I don't care.
Whoa! Shout out to.
Just do it. But one thing I ask, don't be violent. And don't.
What?
If those people want to get violent, ignore them and walk away. Let them look like the dumbasses. Because that's exactly what they are.
But
They're
sir,
stupid.
I don't know.
we have done that for 30 days with no progress, and then city
Here in this
council.
town?
Yes, we have been. See, and you haven't even heard about it because we've been
Oh, got him.
peaceful. But you heard about this when I'm loud. When I'm loud, I have been peaceful. I have been educational, and nothing good has come from
Calm
that.
down for being loud. Because sometimes
Thank
you
you.
have to be loud to get heard.
Yes, and that's what I'm trying to show.
All right, man. I ain't got time for this.
We're here to get this felon out of office and into prison where he belongs. Please, neighbors, demand Andre.
Here. Take it to your job. Take it to the store. Take it everywhere you go. This energy.
Okay.
When we protect. When we protect. Whose lives matter? Whose lives
And the Black Lives Matter people themselves can guarantee you that the people that were on the other side of that chain link fence, burning things, throwing bottles at onlookers, were not secretly Proud Boys, Olympia City Council. They were not secretly 3%ers, Danny Madrone. They were not secretly neo-Nazi fascist skinheads, or whatever dog whistle you want to say or pretend in order to ignore the very basic reality that there is something wrong and dysfunctional that you are enabling and, dare I say, encouraging by shifting your focus to some fictitious vigilante movement run amok instead of focusing on this bullshit. It's not working, by the way. It's smoke and mirrors. You're only setting yourself up for being deluged with emails and phone calls, and more people, they can't show up and scream at your city council meetings right now because a Zoom meeting isn't nearly as intimidating as a whole room full of pissed off people. But you better brace for that because it's going to be your life from now on. Better hope that coronavirus lasts a long time and all we can do is Zoom meetings, because all you're going to get is regular old average Joes, not vigilantes, not militia, not people armed, strapping 4 deep. You're going to get people like that 60-year-old little old lady that stood up to somebody screaming in her face, trying to intimidate her into shutting up. You're going to get people like somebody who
And he was 20 minutes before that, he was throwing rocks at them guys.
So it's okay to call him a nigger. So it's okay to chase him down the street and call him a nigger.
That's all I'm asking. Where are you going? I totally support.
Do you arrange?
That's all I'm asking. Where?
Here with you. The only reason I'm here is because.
Understand? Leave it in your truck. Leave it in your truck.
I don't drive a truck.
Leave it in your vehicle. I'm sorry, leave it in your vehicle. Because if we're going to do this, we're going to be legit to each other and we're going to respect each
It is interesting what they do. I don't know what that.
other.
Absolutely.
politicians, elected officials, and current candidates, until, if we have to, the 7 woke Olympia City Council members are the only ones left standing saying how beautiful the emperor's clothes look, while everyone else is saying, wow, the emperor has no clothes.
Or middle class.
Where it's the worst, you dress it more.
But we want Black Lives Matter before we're going to discuss other stuff.
That's the struggle, I really believe.
Everybody wants that money.
Specifically ran by Shauna Shar. Who else was involved? Give me names. Give me names. D.A. The Crisis Center, which is what you're supposed to do when you're having a mental. And now she's being followed.
We live in a
Hey guys, I have like a lot going on right now, so I am.
Mind you, this is Shannon.
This is Shannon. This is Soraya's mother right now.
For her daughter, and now she's being followed.
And now she's being followed.
We live in a safe.
But we live in a safe community.
We live in an inclusive community.
So essentially, the Shannon had called the Crisis Center, which is what you're supposed to do when you're having a mental fucking breakdown. You call the Crisis Center. They called the Crisis Center and the crisis number, which was Coos Health and Wellness, specifically ran by Shauna Shar. Who else was involved? Give me names. Give me names. D.A. Frazier, whose son is an actual fucking rapist.
Whoa.
What else? We're calling him out.
Oh no. All right, well, we're doxing.
So she was sentenced to 11 years in jail. I'm sorry I'm back tracing so much.
Crumble it into shreds, and that's what we gonna do. But around this motherfucker,
they're with us right now.
They're sneaky, slithering, snake back
right here. Next to your motherfuckers, probably. Look around. Look to the left and the right.
happening here. They see that each and every night people are coming out and saying that we don't care what happens to us because this has to end. And so, no justice, no peace.
No more lighting fireworks over here. Why? Because we know it's gonna happen.
They should have put batons
when it come out. We need to stay here. We need to stay here.
Oh wow.
As long as we can. We need to be here as
I guess that's why that dude had a bat, I guess. Holy hell.
long as we can.
That's why we protect each other. We're here for each other.
You gotta be smart.
Look out for your surroundings.
And if you don't know that, we already lost.
All these racist ass cops. We don't need them.
The security, the people in the cars, everyone trying to communicate together on how to most effectively move the cars with the protests moving at the same time.
Back up. We want freedom. All these racist.
I don't know how I feel.
Watch y'all's man's backs too. Don't let him be out here without anybody with an eye on his back, because when our backs is turned, that's when the enemy likes to come. They're sneaking.
True.
Okay.
Bunch of Elizabeth Warrens.
Get the fuck out of here.
Okay. I'm just asking you questions.
Oh, okay, because I'm like, wait, what? No, what? I'm not doing it all.
No, so we were having a conversation.
She's in my fucking car and I want to get the fuck home. That's the problem. And then you come up here trying to fucking record me. I don't give a fuck. I don't fucking care. I don't care. Look, the pig station's right there. Go over there and fucking protest.
Okay.
No, right here. Right here.
That's cool.
He got him. And he got the cop, but he also mad.
Just asking questions.
I'm just doing my part.
Couldn't stay at home, could you?
I couldn't stay at home. It didn't feel right.
You get better, Rebecca.
She says his kids got shit in their asses and they need to change a diaper. And that might be the case. And that guy who said, my kid shit his pants and he needs to go home. That is why we're out here because I cannot express enough to you that I just talked to a man over here who said, my kid shit his pants. I gotta go home. And then you said, Rodney King was 30 years ago. We had to do something finally. It's powerful, people. Powerful.
What the hell is happening?
What's this guy doing?
I think I missed something, but who knows? I don't feel like fighting now when it comes to this shit. I'm out.
Allowance to the police station, okay? Are we going this way?
He said the pig.
Get him out of here.
No. He said the pig station is that way.
4 kids in my fucking car that need to
go.
Oh, you poor baby! Set up, so let's get this. Everybody, we're gonna get this all set up real quick. We have a.
So, but what you're seeing now, to focus more on what's going on in front of us.
Don't force nobody.
They have to stop to let the cars come.
That's always some good advice.
So you created more social disruption. Congratulations.
He said, and I quote, the pig station is that way. That's a good line. Just showed him to down to the police station, and the guy's like, the pig station's that way. Should be the pig stable. So this is stupid.
It's because I'm switching different rigs.
That's conference.
I have this. You might have heard people like, "Whoa, great setup!" or "Wow, tell me about the camera." So I actually have like 3 cameras attached to all of this rig, and I think I've got my street rig kind of figured out at this point because I've been trying different configurations.
Yeah, shout out to them. Yeah.
Oh, I get to use my phone.
They kind of deep in both spots. Something's happening. They're at the pig station after all.
Herman, you look beautiful tonight.
This is
I'm not going to speak for Diaz or talk about any of their anything. It's just not my place. Like water and stuff. What do you mean by pull the tape? I see, Dark. I wasn't there. I didn't get that joke. I see. Field day with the cars. I don't know. They said that they would be not allowing people to block the streets, but that's clearly not. No one's giving a fuck about that. Sorry, Granny Jen, for the language. But yeah. Yo, you know what? Actually, I just remembered. I want to give a shout out. I don't know if she's watching right now. All those things. So that's really cool. Oh yeah, the Facebook comment section is awful. Well,
avoid that. Yeah,
restreaming on Facebook. What's up, T? Before I had to stop streaming on all those other platforms. You see what I'm saying? Because there's gonna come a day when I have to. It's 10:22 here. There's gonna come a day when I have to stop restreaming on Facebook, YouTube, and Periscope and Twitter at the same time, and I'll only be able to stream on Twitch. And I want to try and make get as many people to make the switch as possible before that. But either way, let's talk about what's going on here. We're starting to move again, I think.
Deep.
You see Westlake Center right here.
This whole entire process, and we really appreciate you guys coming out here, because you guys don't have to be out here. You feel me? Everyone that's out here right now is out here by choice. They don't have a fight. They can walk away right now and their lives will be just the same. So give it.
Well, LP would disagree.
Us people of color.
Certain other people would disagree also.
Now, if Portland wants a change,
worth it. It's not worth it. So if you need to take a day, take a day.
Yeah, I took a
for the allies. Oh. Not tonight. Not tonight. Hold on. Wait your turn. Yeah. Wait your turn.
Okay. I just wanted to say one more thing, real quick. The fact that we have so many people out here, because this is like a huge crowd for me. I've been traveling. The police are a lot more afraid of us if we're organized. Just to reiterate, being organized, the police are going to be way more scared of a crowd that's all together, organized, and everyone knows what they're doing, than a crowd that's spread it out everywhere and people are being radical over here. The police, not just the police though, but the mayor, the governor, they see a place like Portland that's so radical and that has so much potential, but it's just not organized. If they see that you guys are organized as fuck, they're gonna be so fucking scared of you guys, way more than if you guys are spread it out and not as organized. I just wanted to reiterate that.
Hello, everybody. Hi, folks. You folks may know me as the 5'2" angry. Be even harder.
A lot of experiences in my life where I was not treated like a regular person. We need to be organized. We need to be here for trouble or me on Saturday.
I decided to speak today. All of y'all in the crowd, you know, as part of this left.
Yeah, I feel arrested.
Hi, I don't have a lot. 14 years old, ran over.
We're going to start that minute of silence now. I'm going to put on the time.
Nervous. Okay. They are like front line. I mean, they say, fuck them, this is your family. Can I get a Black Lives Matter? Black Lives Matter.
Black Lives Matter. The Portland Protest Bureau. We have an Instagram. We have a Twitter.
Again, what I said earlier, that we hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they're endowed by their creator.
I should through woman. I don't know.
With certain unalienable rights, that among these are
my face because to tell my story, my testimony, my sibling story.
They want to label us terrorists and say we destroying stuff, but not once, any of those people on the wall at the Apple store not once any of those people has been labeled by the government, by the police. Not once have any mention of destruction was done by the police, by Ted Wheeler, by many.
I don't know what.
A state. Also, with.
I like that.
And honestly, there's been kind of an organization lacking, there's been kind of a love lacking. Everybody's pissed, and I get it. Trust me, I got batons, I got fucking tear gas. It is not the coolest. I get it. But here's the thing. Look around at what happens when we organize. Look around at what happens when we have a common goal.
It's true.
To run for office, you know, I mean, that would be cool. We need you. But let me tell you, you can do big on allies. I'm very big on lifting allies up and encouraging them to get in right where they're at and make changes. So let me tell you, you don't have to run for office. You know, I mean, that would be cool. We need you. But let me tell you,
I'm working on
it every day. You can do this every day in your regular life. When you see this bullshit happen in the grocery store, call it the fuck out.
Whoa.
When you see this happen,
I don't see shit happen. But I don't go out.
we haven't seen hide nor hair of these motherfuckers anywhere, right? And look how unified.
Mayor Ted Wheeler is thinking that he would say things that he would.
Smashing. Smash your fox. There's the van. Snack. Just migrated across.
All of us! They're murdering all of us!
Alright, well.
So if I can ask one of you maggots from RCJ or the Protest Bureau, how come the fuck no one can do a land acknowledgement? I don't know if you realize it or not, but we're all upset. That's the question. Hopefully somebody can answer that. Because it doesn't make sense.
Experience today.
Point.
I don't know what the hell. Oh, looks like it does.
These are the two most legit people in this room.
Ain't nobody fighting.
Hey, Coos!
Oh, they come in from the side.
We stay together. Stay together. Hey, let's do it.
I mean, they really just look like just an occupying army. Like, look. They're not in the desert. They're in America. It's wrong tactical, wrong camo. But they don't care because it doesn't matter. They just want to look like soldiers and pretend they are ones because they're pussies. See, look at this fucking psycho. This guy was like, yo, you can't be murdering me. Oh, shit. Jesus. Where was it? You can't say shit. They look a little scared. The real point is whether or not anything even happens after this. But the point is that they do this shit every fucking night. They go out and protest every night, and they go out and do police brutality and provoke aggression towards citizens for no real reason, while the country falls apart economically, foreign policy-wise, countless other ways, health-wise. And they're about it. Looks like the green hats and there's some cones. Oh yeah, get him. You love this shit. Hey, fuck those guys. Go hide in your bunker. Typical American forces can't do shit against patriots. Who's that guy? Is that an agitator or is he with them? I think he's there to troll. I think he's gonna get his ass whooped. But I think he's trolling. I went from 0 to 100. I think it's that guy. Trey is maybe thing. She's trying to get a hold of him.
Take off your riot gear! Take off your riot gear! We don't see no riot here! Have you seen my crew? Riot gear!
Okay, so that way it doesn't tug on it. Okay, so while we're in a spot where there's no speakers right now, I'm gonna take a moment to explain the William Temple House like I didn't get to before. So William Temple House is a nonprofit organization here in Portland that provides therapy and counseling to whoever may need it. It's on a donation-based scale, so it's not on like a sliding scale based on income. So it's you pay what you can when you go. It's located in Northwest Portland on Hoyt Street. They also have a food pantry as well as a thrift store, which is what the link is for there. And so when you donate money to the thrift store, it goes to help the therapy and counseling center as well. They use students from PSU because PSU has a really great psychology and psychiatry program here. So they use students who are in the process of getting their degrees to earn hours at William Temple House. So, oh, I see people jetting away. So all the money that you donate tonight could definitely help any one of us that's been down here. So if you share the stream, the donate button should share with it. So please share the stream wherever you can. And if you're able to, even $5, even $1, you know, like anything helps. We all contribute in our own ways.
Yeah, pink pussy.
Ivy to grow up it, and then on the top.
Let's love and care for each other. We have nothing to lose but our chains. So, like I said again.
Okay, I'm gonna put my stream on the ground here.
Pretty deep.
Building. So when they come to get us, you link on.
You know, I'm glad that finally came together. It's been what, like 5 weeks?
That's the last month, and I'm.
You know, I'm glad that finally came together. It's been what, like.
Okay.
Here I am. My name is Brandon. I'm not somebody who usually gets up here. I'm not.
Okay, I'm sorry I couldn't make that to where everybody could see me, but.
Lines in MLK's letters from the Birmingham jail is that he's been gravely disappointed in the white monitor. That is the first line. I am not disappointed in the white monitor right now. The white monitor right now is out here.
Are they the white monitor? I don't think they know what that means.
I'm very proud of you guys. I'm glad we all got together and unified, you know? I'm glad that finally came together. It's been...
Get touched on all my face is fucked. Like my jaw will be shattered in less than a second. You see them try to shut us up by their big balls and their intimidation. But I tell you, no, we did not come to be intimidated. We came for justice.
I just want you to remember that
you do.
We're doing this for George.
Me up inside! Look at me! From Africa. Look at me. I'm taking here for peace. I come down here to love. I back to the safe spot and then march back up and come back here. Can we please, everyone that is here, tell another friend to come? Guys, does the black people stay here? Let's unite.
Joe. Get him. God damn it, Joe.
Please ignore whoever that is.
God damn it, Joe.
Much love.
Portland loves butter.
So, besides that...
Oh, fucking God! Joe. Get him. God damn it, Joe.
Please ignore whoever that is.
God damn it, Joe.
Ignore whoever that is. Hey, you sound like... We are here for Black Lives. We are here to be united for Black Lives and fight for Black Lives. We are united. We are here for Black Lives.
Okay, well, things got slightly weird.
Notice that shit!
Take off your mask.
What the fuck?
Night of Rage.
So,
fuck.
Wait, hold up. Is that snack van guy gonna hit? Oh, hell no.
No, that's not snack van. Java?
Take off your mask.
Who the fuck?
Moving somebody, a little bitch ass that wants to touch women.
Whoa.
Everybody stand back when you're perverted, and you need to be removed.
Back him up. Back him up.
This is probably the safest thing that can happen for him right now.
In order. Yeah, Soros, where the fuck is my money?
True.
Just like, Alex, where are you? Side of PPB here. PPB! When are you gonna reopen? Patrick, Kim, and Winnie!
Everything I had to say. Calm down. And he did not listen to anything I had to say. Can we talk about this in 2 seconds? Can we just calm down? No, I want coldness on my face. That's what I want.
Let's just relieve your face, okay?
Oh my God, this shit hurts.
I know. I've been there. I know.
I have been
all been gassed. It doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good.
That's about it. Stay here or back to the dress center? Stay in the shot. What's the ratio? Here, stay here, the dress center.
If I do something wrong, like I'll own up and we'll so sad. If I'm fucked, I'll be fucked, yo. But I didn't do anything this time, dude. I just fucked
Looks like a stay. Looks like a stay.
Can you not? They don't want to be recorded. They don't want to be recorded right now, okay?
I think they want to be recorded.
They don't. They just said they don't want to be recorded, maybe, okay?
Out of respect.
Alright, can you not? You can go back over to the Justice Center when they're doing shit over
There's a guy recording right there.
Don't fucking record them, okay? They just said they don't want to be recorded, okay?
Can you please, like, just turn
Just
that off or
don't.
go away?
Just don't.
Like, out of respect, bro.
Why are you focused on me? Focus on him.
Because they're all asking not to be filmed, bro.
Yeah, I've been filming all this stuff without any bias, and I've been keeping the cops off of them. So
it's time for you to not do that anymore. That's what they're.
That's. I forever will stand with this. Like, secrecy and stuff off camera is not your friend in an information war.
Asking for, bro. Can you respect that?
So who are these guys?
Exactly. That's what I'm not wasting our time.
They're here for a cause, guys. Don't worry about it.
Right, that's a cop. I said, delete it. I said, just delete it. So delete it.
I think they broke that other guy's head camera or stole it. I'm not sure completely.
I had red hair, so I could flash you with red hair with the stop on flashing red in the background. Be so good.
A weird night.
Questions about my music while we're streaming. So we can switch over to the other account if you guys want to know more about the music shit.
I just wanted to educate you. Fuck you! We don't get to file complaints against the people who brutalize us, but everyone also pissed in your goddamn park because you refused to open up a fucking bathroom. But other than that, which are only ticketable offenses, you can again, which is Department of Homeland Security and PPB, about keeping the walkway clear. Your mohawk.
The police are just so overwhelmed. They're so understaffed. So with that being said, and maybe I'm wrong. I'm just sharing all the documentation I've gathered.
Right.
If we cut them in half, what would happen?
Well, it wouldn't be cutting them in half because the 50% would be replaced with the community reinforcement members.
But mostly what they're responding to right now with the so low levels are crimes.
Right, and so the thing
so like
is that
things like mental health crises aren't getting responded
and
to.
a lot of racism.
When was that 400-year period? When was that time?
Man, stop.
Right. I'll give you two things. One, what would you hardcore criticize on the right? And this isn't kind of own the.
What the fuck is this guy? Fucking talk about the fucking talking to the fuck.
Right kind of thing, like articulate something intelligently that you would try to correct that the right does.
That's a really good question. One thing probably that I would say, and this is, I'm gonna kind of change the question and just.
Oh, this guy. I would criticize them for them being anti-America.
Say what I would change about politics in general is I think we really need to quit looking at it as a us versus them, as a left wing versus a right wing, and start looking at each other as people and having human conversations. Because if we don't do that, then, like there literally could be another civil war brewing,
I agree. A lot of people were worried about that.
Yeah, exactly. So
it's because they're all brainwashed.
I'm trying to create dialogue.
For both the left and the right is that we need to stop looking at each other as left and right, and like I said, this for both parties, and not look at parties and instead follow on policies.
All right.
And
then
talk to each other as human people, because really we all are just trying to do what we think is best for each democratic.
So you probably got the guillotine ready for.
I mean.
Oh man, you have beliefs I can't speak for them completely.
I will say the left is not even. I'm way further left than most Democratic.
Sure he is.
So you probably got the guillotine ready for.
I mean.
Oh man, you hesitated too long to say no, man. It's like I'm sharpening it. It's not that sharp yet, but I'm working on. Oh no, dude.
Need it. Get it ready.
But I think how some people on the right would answer that is that they think that voting money out of the public purse for their own benefit is immoral. I think a lot of them see it that way. So.
I mean, it's not just for yourself; it's for everyone else. But
well, the way they look at that.
Oh, I want to give it back.
You would ask about what the heck what is that?
Right.
That the right does.
Even before, in the 1700s, when they came over on the ships.
Oh.
Were brought over before the country itself, before the Revolutionary War was fought. So
yeah.
That's why, because it's 370 something.
I don't know. I'll look that up later. The step to communism?
Yeah.
You're a democratic socialist.
Sure.
Do you think that's much different than a socialist? And then my next question is, wasn't it Lenin that said socialism is basically just the step to communism?
So we're looking at Lenin as the guru of leftist politics. Fuck. This is why even you can't trust the people asking the questions, because we heard about Lenin. That's his opinion on it. Is what?
Yeah, that is what he said, and
he also said a lot of things. He's also against fucking alcohol, for other reasons, complicated. But
I would say it is a little bit different than socialism. There's honestly a million different branches.
This guy don't know what the fuck he's talking about, which is also the issue. You get the worst spokesman trying to talk about shit. Fuck.
Of Marxism, and a lot of people that aren't going to agree, but I do believe in the will of the people, and I do believe in private equity. I'm not somebody who believes that there should be no private equity. Ideally, I'd have
it's pretty much communist to believe in no private equity, from what I understand.
70-30% of 70% private equity and 30% nationalized. So industries like extraction and food and energy and stuff like that would be nationalized and for the people, but there would still be lots of private equity, which is something that everybody thinks about socialism and communism, is that it would be just everybody would be, there would be no private equity, but everybody
would be equal. Yeah, I understand. That's what they're.
A lot of socialists actually believe
The same people that oppose seeing every human equally struggle with the concept of seeing every human being financially equal. You know, one step at a time.
Even a decent amount of private equity.
Huh. All right, just so I don't keep grilling you so hard, I want to switch your perspective onto the right.
No, not the right.
A lot of the people on that side that...
World War II was the last time that we were like attacked first to start a war, you know. So I do think that if we weren't internationally trying to, you know, exert our influence on other countries, that it wouldn't be as big of an issue. And I do think that we should focus on ourselves and help.
You're entitled to welfare to where, like, maybe if you were...
You guys are awesome.
So, I'm not really getting a straight answer in here. Phoenix equals food stamps, welfare. So that's what I was talking about. The welfare, the part of the welfare system that, like, you're entitled to welfare to where, like, maybe if you were able-bodied and you're the situation where people are able to get the welfare when they don't necessarily need it, you know, like you qualify for food stamps, but you're choosing not to work. That kind of.
Look, the qualifications. The propaganda about the entire system has ruined what should be just conceptual concepts, not current systems in place. When the whole system is corrupt, you're out protesting because the judicial system and the police system of the government are completely fucked. And then also that from the president down to the local council people are all fucking useless. And you guys are debating on whether current programs are used right. Like, what the fuck are you guys doing?
Down to an optimist versus pessimist mindset. Do you think people are inherently good, or do you think most people are inherently bad?
That's not the fucking issue. You shouldn't qualify. How much you make isn't a fucking mysterious number.
I think most people are inherently
the fuck I hate about this guy.
Good, and they're not.
I told you, listening to stupid lefties piss me off as much as stupid righties. Even if they probably agree with me on most of this shit, they don't know how to fucking articulate it. It's annoying.
Not going to take advantages of.
They sound like dumbasses to the right and the left.
Use the system if they don't need it.
I think that there's a quote by Alexander Solzhenitsyn.
See, he has he is ready to drop Lenin. He's ready to drop this guy. I don't like guys that do that. It's really weird.
That I think describes what my views on the goodness or badness of man. I think that the line of evil, and I'm going to paraphrase here, the line of evil runs through the heart of every man, and I'm paraphrasing horrible. It says, if there were somewhere, some group of people doing insidious deeds, evil, and it was just simple for us to separate them from us, we could heal the world. But the line of evil runs through the middle of every man's heart, and who is willing to cut a piece of their own heart out, you know? So I believe that we are all prone to evilness.
Sure.
And I try to.
That's a pessimistic view. I mean, it was a nihilist view or some shit, but I disagree.
To constrain that myself, you know.
I just on the opposite.
I mean, that's basically by saying that he's describing himself in a way, and he has no confidence in the morality of him in a high-pressure situation.
The coin good is within all of us as well.
Yeah, but so hypothetical scenario here: if the Christians were right, and I'm not a Christian, if the Christians were right, and
I don't even have to.
At the end of the life,
I must be bored.
You get judged?
Sure.
Is everybody going to be innocent?
I already said I get judged. I'm sawing out God for like a fucking year straight and all the shit he fucked up. So I'm cool. I don't give a shit.
Or guilty?
I do the same shit Diogenes would have did.
Who's gonna be innocent? Me or
everybody? Like the majority.
Such a stupid fake question. You know what? It doesn't even deserve an answer. That's how stupid it is.
Well, if the Christians are right, then I think most of us are guilty.
Yeah?
Yeah, I mean...
fuck you. You guys didn't understand anything Jesus said either.
They have some very clearly defined sins that in the modern world are...
God.
Well, let's say that...
This guy.
You die and you show up at the judgment seat. And dude, I sound like a firestone and brimstone pastor right now. Literally.
Yeah, because you're spouting propaganda and pretending it's real. It makes you sound stupid.
I'm not a Christian. I would be if I believed.
That's what a Christian line is. I don't know.
That Jesus rose from the dead, but I haven't found that to be true, or reason to believe that. But
no respect.
So say you die and you find yourself at judgment seat, and you're going to judge yourself according to your own standard. Like
that's an easy one. I did at the time what I thought was best, and learn from my mistakes. That's all you can do.
Do you think your life so far meets the standard of the past, and like Jesus is going to give you the handshake and be like, come on?
Man, I don't need a handshake. I walk with him type of thing.
And dude,
I think so. I think I've lived, and learned, and developed my set of values, and I think I live mostly by them. And I'm not perfect, and I don't think anybody is.
Yeah. I think that if I found myself in that situation, that I would be so ashamed that I would just, I would beg for forgiveness.
This guy, he's definitely a villain.
Or like even be tempted.
His stance on whether people are good or bad, and he said they're pretty much bad. Asked about welfare state and stuff, bitched about it. Continuously says I'm not right wing, I'm not a Christian, and sit here and defends like apparently for Christian yet to the Bible, and a lot of that shit's just complete bullshit, one way or the other, man. How you look at it. What the fuck?
Did it just like walk into hell just to like?
There's always tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
Not with this guy.
But,
this guy apparently did some real fucked up shit, and he really needs help in life, and is trying to tell random people that seem happy in their life that the guy's going to hell. What the fuck is happening? It really is the end of times. People are literally confessing their goddamn sins to random strangers with yellow fucking hats on, masks on, and bandanas on, with wear goggles over it. And this guy's confessing to him that he's a piece of shit. What the hell is happening?
All right, I think we've had a good interview. Is there anything like you want to ask me or ask the crowd or something you want to shout out?
No. Yeah. Can you tell me what your Twitch is? Or are you gonna upload this before?
Villain Phoenix. So if this saves, it'll be on there.
Definitely villain, but just like the Phoenix, there's a chance to come back.
Recently.
That shit nice. Fuck.
Right. After I stream them, but you can check me out there. I've been streaming for about a week now. I'm just learning how to do this. Yeah, villain like.
Minutes.
All right. Well.
Hours is such horrible.
That's it. There. We lost a lot of brain cells. That guy should never be allowed to project his issues onto other people.
Like a Saturday day off dad, and you're like 55 or something. People are gonna just target you,
Still recording the ground? I don't know. Well, that was that day. Thanks for watching. Peace out.